Hello bookish friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video I am very excited to come at you with a new monthly TBR video. Yay! It is that time of month. I just realized I probably won't be doing reading challenges like I normally do each month just because I'm going to be participating in my friend's Donna's readathon. Her readathon is called Readathin. Normally I'll do a separate video of that, but there's 12 challenges there that she does that I want to do and participate. And then there's also TBR Tackle Challenge that Mel from Completely Melanie does, and also Buzzword that Lala from Books and Lala does, and a bunch of book clubs and buddy reads that I have for the month. I've written them down at work the other day of everything that I want to talk about for this video. So let's start off with the book club picks. So the first one is my book club called Queer Reads. If you don't know, I have a book club called Queer Reads where we read queer and own diverse voices. And our book club pick for the month of February is Under the Same Stars by Libba Bray. This is Libba Bray's newest YA historical fiction novel, which should be interesting for the club because I don't think we ever had a historical fiction pick before. Anyways, this has dual timelines setting in 1973, I believe, to 2020. Scary times. And we follow a girl who is trying to solve this cold case and from her grandmother's past, I believe. It sounds interesting. It's set in like the world war eras. I can't say that fast, my gosh. So it's a queer diverse character and also, like I said, dual timelines. Hopefully the timelines don't get me confused and we all enjoy it. It is one of our biggest book club picks of the year so far, so cross fingers. I love it and hopefully you guys will join us as well. And then next book club pick is my friends Dana and I think Kaylani is joining them this month. The Thrills and Chills book club pick. Their pick for February is A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. This book is technically not out yet. I have this early from Book of the Month. I'm hoping to do a reading vlog of me reading arcs. So I kind of count my Book of the Month books as arcs, even though they're finished copies, just because I have them out months in advance. Like this one doesn't come out till like the 4th of this month, I think, so 2 more days until this book is out. I really don't remember too much about this one. When I saw the announcement of Thrills and Chill, it says a whirlwind romance when Theodore Scott met Connor, wealthy, charming, and a member of the powerful Dalton family. She fell in love in an instant. 6 months later, he's brought to her Idlewood. His family isolated winter retreat to win over his skeptical relatives. Stay away from Connor Dalton. What's gonna happen? I don't know. This will be my first book by this author, so I'm nervous but also excited, and hopefully I will love this one as well. Speaking of Lala over at Books and Lala, her book club is called Literary Dead Book Club, and so she's gonna be reading the Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. This is a book that I just bought at Target last month, so you'll see this in my monthly book haul. I'm filming my TBR first before my book haul. Anyways, this one I'm also a bit skeptical about. I hear it has some topics in here that I'm not a big fan of, so hopefully that doesn't get in the way. I know Gabby from Gabby Reads just read this, and I think she gave it like 2 or 3 stars, if I'm not mistaken, and that's really low for Gabby, so honestly, I'm scared for February, even though it's like the shortest month of the year. Hopefully I love this. If I don't, I can always unhaul it and give it to a friend or something like that. Who knows? Then, let's see if there's any more book club. My friend Lynsday from over at She's Book and Busy. I'm too lazy to grab the book. It's in my stack over here, but she's going to be reading Immortal Dark by Tigra Gearst, I think. I'm so sorry, I know I butchered that last name and first name. Anyways, this is the first book of a brand new YA fantasy dark academia trilogy. Book 2 is supposed to come out later this fall, so I'm curious to see what book 1 is about. I'll mention it again later, but again, too lazy to grab it. So yeah, Immortal Dark is what Lynsday is reading. My friend Zaran, she's reading The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, which is perfect for this time of year because it's set in the winter. So hopefully I'll love this one. This one I have been having my eye on for a while. And I do think I have this on my Kindle because I got it when it was like $1.99 on my Kindle. So hopefully I'll be reading a Kindle book this month. And then my friend Clint over at Reads Readers, his book club for Bob Book Club is reading The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn, I believe is the author's name. Sorry, future me, you got lots of pictures to put in. The Romantic Agenda is their February book club pick. That is a book club that is run by Clint, Lori, and Hope. I'll leave everybody I mentioned down in the comments below. This is a adult romance novel, so this shall be fun to read in the month of February. One more picture that I have to put in because I don't own it yet, but everybody in my book club group chat bought the sequel of this one this month, and so for Buddy Reads, my Queer Reads book club group chat is going to be reading Rebel Witch by Kristen Cilarelli. This is book 2 of the Heartless Hunter duology. I don't know the actual name of the series. I'm so sorry. This one doesn't come out until the 4th of this month as well. A lot of good books are coming out on the 4th. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be buddy reading. I'm also, since we're talking about buddy reads, where is it? I was supposed to buddy read this with my friend Heather last month, and that was Breath of the Dragons by Shannon Lee and Fonda Lee by Fonda Lee and Shannon Lee. This is book 1 of a new series, and this has gorgeous red edges that Barnes & Noble has, and it sounds so good. I don't really know too much about it except what I read of the summary. This is saying a young warrior dreams of proving his worth in the Elite Guardian Tournament, fighting for not only himself, but the fate of everything he loves. A tournament settings, dragons, what more do I need? And I cannot wait to buddy read this one with you, Heather, even though we were supposed to read it last month. The reason why we are buddy reading this one is because me and her have an e-arc of this from Wednesday Books, so hopefully we can get another Nick Galley book off our list. That's always a goal. Speaking of NetGalley books, I want to try and read a book that I have to read with my eyeballs, sadly, unless the audiobook comes out this month, but that is The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor. Penguin Teen sent this to me last year in the fall, and I should have read it early last year. That way I can tell you guys more about this one. But this is a YA fantasy standalone novel. It's by the same author who brought us Hotel Magnifique. This one says, 7 years ago, Maeve Abenith lost everything. Today she received an enchanted letter with 4 impossible words. Your father was innocent. To uncover the truth, she must pose as an apprentice for the Otherwhere Post and master the dangerous magic of cryptomancy, but the truth has a price, and that price might just be her life. What? Do I need to say more? This is on sale February 25th, so I would definitely love to read this sooner rather than later. I say that with all my TBR books, but then we never get to them. A couple sequels that I would like to get to in February are The Bands of Mornings by Brandon Sanderson. Honestly, a carryover from whenever I put this on my TBR. One I'm actually currently reading, I'm about 60 pages in, is An Honor Vow by Melissa Blair, book 4, and the finale of the Halfling Saga. Buddy reading this with my friend Lori. Teen Titans Starfire by Kimmy Garcia. I'm shocked myself that I haven't read this one yet. And I don't know where to put my books. And then another sequel I want to get to this month is Four Ruined Realms by Mia Cortland. My friend Taylor and I are going to be buddy reading book 2. I totally went ahead and read book 1 without her. I'm so sorry, Taylor. So she's reading book 2 in February and book 1 or book 1 and 2 in February. So hopefully she'll love it. I mean, she bought the sequel before reading book 1. But this is a stunning edition from Red Tower Books with the beautiful sprayed edges. And then, of course, stunning artwork. Like, what? It's so stunning. This will also be in my January book haul. Spoiler alert. Okay, let's jump into the reading prompts from Readathin. Again, this is hosted by my friend Donna and also my friend Manda. Both of their ladies, anybody I mentioned down below, will be left in the comments. So I'm going to read the reading prompts first, and then I'll show you the books. Prompt number 1 is to finish your current read. Prompt 2 is to read a book off your own shelf. Prompt 3 is to read a book part of a series. 4 is forgotten on your shelf or on your e-reader. 5 is read from a Black author. 6 is to read a book from your previous TBR. 7 is a book you have been avoiding. Yikes. 8 is read a book with water words in the title, because buzzword from Books and Lala is water-related words. 9, read a book towards your 2025 yearly goals. Love that reading prompt. 10 is to read a banned book. 11 is to read a sweet book, because it's Valentine's month and we want to read something cute, something sweet, something swoony. So why not read a sweet book? And then challenge 12 is to read a book you bought on a whim. So let me fix my stack here, because I do have books on here that I haven't or that I don't need yet. So going in at number 1 is to finish your current read. As you know, I'm currently reading An Honor Vow by Melissa Blair, so I'll be finishing that. Next one is to read books off your own shelf. I picked Immortal Dark by Tigress Grimia. Again, I talked about this earlier during the book club portion. Don't really need to talk too much about it again, but just know I'm reading this for read off your own shelf. I have a feeling stuff is going to fall, and I don't love that. Next is to read a book that's part of a series. Hopefully, with this video going, I can read this one. And that is The Orlando Sword by Tasha Suri. This is book 2 of the trilogy. I read book 1 the year I bought it. Absolutely loved it. It was a favorite read of that year. So hopefully I can actually wrap up this trilogy in 2025. Then I have to Forgotten on Your Shelf or e-reader. And for me, I forgot that I haven't finished The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Oshiro. I did started it, and I also annotated it, so I'll definitely have to restart it, or maybe just look at my annotations. And I just know my friend Clint read this recently, and the way he talked about this book is what making me want to read it again. It was one of my most anticipated reads of whatever year this came out in, and I heard there's a rumor that there might be a sequel to this one, so that's really exciting. Then I have is to read from a Black author, and so I'm going to be reading a book I meant to read last year and never got to, and that is The Maid and the Crocodile by Jordan Ifunko, YA fantasy standalone that is part of the Rayber duology, which I absolutely loved. And then next is a book from your previous TBR. So from last month, I never got to Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Short story collection, ignoring my ugly sticker that never came off. Really mad about that. This is a collection of short stories, part of the Inheritance Game series. Then I have a book you have been avoiding, and I've been avoiding this series finale just because I don't want my favorite series from childhood and also adulthood to end, and I'm scared to say goodbye to it. I did start at this in the past. I did annotate it. It's on every single TBR I make. Chain of Thorns. Was the silence too loud? Annotated this one in the beginning, got halfway through before I put it down, so I'm definitely going to need to restart this one. Then to read a book with water-related words in the title, I have one of my friend Zoran's favorite books, and that is The Spear That Cuts Through Water by Simone Jimenez. I think it's the author's last name. As you can tell, my sticker is still on there. I hear nothing but amazing things about this. Follows two warriors in a competition setting. Sign me up. And then to read a book towards your yearly goal. I don't know where this book is at, but I do know I own it. And that's The Pairing by Casey McQuiston. Her newest book that is very controversial right now because of all the mixed reviews. Then to read a book that is a banned book, I'm going to be reading The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I saw this on the list, sadly, which is terrible, but it is what it is. This is going to be a creepy / eerie / scary read, I guess. And then to read a sweet book, I have Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. I haven't read this one yet, but I read You Should See Me in a Crown, and I really loved that one, so I can't wait to jump into this. And then I also can't find this book anywhere in my room, and that is to read a book you bought on a whim. I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Taylor, and that is The Last Phi Hunter by whoever the author is. Sorry, editing me. And then really quickly before this video gets even longer, I'm going to talk about buzzword. Buzzword is water-related words, and so for me, I'm going to be reading The Spear That Cuts Through Water. I've already showed that. And then for cover challenge, Books with a Skyline, I'm going to be reading Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. First book of a contemporary romance series. TBR Knockout Challenge from Mel is read a short story collection. So I'm going to be reading Vampires Never Get Old by Zoraida Cordova and Natalie C. Parker. And then to read a short book under 300 pages, I'm going to be reading Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear by Shauna McGuire. What a mouthful of a title. You'll see this in my January book haul. And also this can be used for buzzword as well. And then TBR tackle challenges, we have starts with the letter C or D, revisit / reread. Number 3 is to read a book with pink on the cover. Challenge 4 is to read a book with friendship themes. Challenge 5 is to read a romance. So for read a book with C or D in the title, I have Carving Shadows into Gold by Bridget Kemmerer, book 2 of that fantasy trilogy. And then I also want to do, for book titles starting with the letter D, I want to read Dragon Fruit by Makia Lucifer, book 1, or I think this is a standalone from Book of the Month. Then I have to revisit or reread is actually a series I meant to start continue last year, and I never got to it. And that the American Royals series, book 1 is American Royals, and then book 2 is Majesty. I'm doing book 2 for, what challenge is it again? Book 1 is for reread / revisit, and then book 2, which is Majesty, is for pink on the cover, because obviously there's a lot of pink there. Oh, we're falling. And then to read a book with friendship theme in it, I have The Whispering Night by Susan Denner, the 3rd and final book of the trilogy. And then to read a romance, I'm going to be reading An Honor Vow. So An Honor Vow is going for a lot of reading challenges this month. So I'm going to be reading An Honor Vow for that. So there you have it. Those are everything that I'm hoping to read. As you can see, very ambitious, a lot of books to get to. What are you guys reading in the shortest month of the year? Let me know, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. Hope you all have a great day or night or not. Choice is yours, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. Bye.